Welcome back, everybody. Back here on the Sky Factory. So last time we went back and killed that dragon that killed us, got our revenge on him, got our stuff back, and we were working on doing some dimension traveling. We managed to find a dimension that had the stuff to gather parts that we needed. And that was fun. And we also went to the end and collected some dragon essence. I managed to scrape together from the stuff that I kind of already had gathered enough to build this thing that I'm looking for to be able to make a dimension that spawns dragons. So that's kind of, I want to kind of play with that a little bit, and while I was thinking about it, I kind of got an idea for some way to get these chickens out of here so that we're not constantly picking up their stuff. So the kind of my idea is to make a dimension to have those chickens be in and do their chicken thing, and keep them out of sight, out of mind, right? And also, I let this thing kind of run overnight, and what happened was this chest filled up full of uranium from the chickens, and it wasn't able to process this, and this thing was just packed full of cyanite, and you know, the plutonium was full in the output, and this thing was actually like 98% full of waste. So I went ahead and turned that guy off, and I've kind of reworked my system here a little bit. I still don't think it's quite, I'm gonna have to change it again, but what I wanted to do was just get all the waste that was stuck in here out, and processed through here, and it's actually been pumped back into the reactor. But the thing's off, so it's not actually running right now. But the good news is it did manage to fill this thing up over, I don't know how long it actually took, probably 6 or 8 hours, I would imagine. But we're full up on that, so that's cool beans. Sweet. So let's get into this and play with some dimensions. Awesome. So basically, with this guy here, I don't know why there's 2 of those in there. If I look up the dragon, Ender Dragon, you can see we need the basic part. That's every one of these dimlets requires that base part. We needed a level 6 rarity control circuit, which I had gathered. That was just a random bit I had in here, and some of this stuff. I'm not sure if that came from my exploration or if it came out of one of those parcel bags or whatever, but I had one of those. And I had, of course, we had this that we went and got that last time. So I needed this guy, and one of these, which I happen to have in the chest that I wasn't aware of. In order to get these 2, what I was able to do, I don't know if I have any more, but basically the rarity of these dimlets determines the level of the parts that you have to use. Okay, there's one right there. Actually, it's a level rarity 5. The rarity 5 require so basically the tier 3 control circuit, or not control circuit, but the power and the memory units. In order to get a rarity 5 or 6 dimension, these have to be level 3. So I was able to just break this down, or whatever. I had another level 5 rarity. I was able to break that thing down in here, and it gave me all the parts out of it, and it gave me the 2 level 3 guys here. So now that I've got all that, boom, we've got a dimlet to spawn ender dragons. So that's awesome. And if I go back to my workbench, I did go ahead and create a void. I wanted it to kind of be empty, just so there wasn't a bunch of structures and stuff loading in. And this guy actually is just craftable. If you go to this here, yeah, you can just make that out of some brick, paper, and redstone. So I made one of those. So if I plug that into here, so I've got a void world, and I've got it's going to spawn normal mobs anyway, but this specifies that I also want the ender dragons to spawn in there. And you can see that it's going to give us a penalty of 10,000 RF per tick to keep this dimension powered up with that dimlet in there. But we shouldn't have any problem with that, right? So sweet. Let's go ahead and build this guy and take a look in there and see if it does what we want it to does. So let's pull this out, and actually before I finish, let me throw this back in and call this we'll call this dragons. Store that back in. What I found is if you don't name this before you actually create the dimension over here, you go back and change the name, and it'll show up when you hover over it, but it doesn't actually change it in the system here. Like I did with this one, I went back and renamed it again to finally, because I'd finally found one, but it doesn't show up that way in here. So go back and rename that, put this in, and I think what I need to do is reconnect this power, because I had taken it down to infuse it. And that's something else I didn't mention about the workbench here. When you first build it, obviously it's not infused at all, and there's like a 40% chance that you lose parts when you break stuff down in here. But if you infuse it 100%, it takes 4 stacks to infuse one of these machines to 100%. So you put it in this guy and infuse it with 4 stacks of the dimensional shards. The 100% infused workbench guarantees that you get all the parts out of it. Having said that, you never ever get this piece here, whatever kind of absorber item that it requires. You don't get those back. You have to make those. So, but you'll always, with a 100% infused machine, always get these 5 pieces out of a dimlet that you extract in here. Anyway, this guy should be ready to go. It's filling up its buffer, but it's created. So let's dial this dude up, hop in here and see what happens. Alright, here we are. So apparently my void item there didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do, and we got these weird fuzzy balls hanging out. But hopefully what should happen is we should start seeing some dragons spawning here. This thing might make me a liar, huh? Got some skeletons down there. I'm not really worried about those guys. Where's my dragons, man? Give me some dragons. What was that? Saw something red flash down there. Wow, okay, so that didn't work at all. And it didn't do a void. I might have, maybe, do I need to do, if I look up void in here, type biome, that's terrain. Do I need like a terrain controller? Every dimlet needs a type specified controller. I bet that's what it is. So I need a terrain controller. Is that what I need? I bet that's what I need. Do I have any of those? Let's see. I probably should. There's one right there. Okay, so what we can do, take this out. Put this back in here. Extract that. Now, you know what? That's to build this thing. So I wonder why that didn't work. What happens if I switch these around? Does it change anything? Store that back in. It's probably going to create another dimension, but that's okay. Since we changed stuff, that's kind of what we want it to do, right? So let's let this thing load up and see what happens here. I did mess around with this just a little bit to try to make sure I was not going to end up in this kind of situation for all the good that it did, you know, in a separate save. And I didn't have the void upgrade in there, or the void terrain. I just kind of popped it popped it in the dragon thing in one and kind of just let it go about its business, and it seemed to work okay. So I don't know, maybe the order messed something up, or adding that other piece in there. Let's see what this does. This seems to be a void. Now give me some dragons. Here, dragon, dragon, dragon. So why, hello? I don't know why this isn't giving me dragons. It worked before. There's one. Oh, sweet. Alright, awesome. There's one. Wicked. So the first thing I want to do real quick here is just set a new dragons. And commit that. And lock it down. So, because these guys might blow this thing up, and then I just want to be able to get back in and out of here. Go ahead and get my bow out. There it is. Where'd it go? Oops, I put it in the bag, not out of it. Where'd it go? Give me that back. Yeah, boy. Get some dragon. I probably need to check and make sure I don't have that explosion on too, because that was killing the crap out of my... where was that? Auto fire explosion. Okay, I turned that down some after that last dragon fight. Oh, that's so loud. Let's turn that down a little bit. Sorry to anybody wearing headphones right now. Is this guy not taking any damage? Oh yeah, you know what it is? It's because it's not actually, like, in the end, it's not considered like the boss fight. It doesn't show a health bar. But if we keep hitting this guy, he should die eventually. Alright, you know what? I'm turning that off. It's just too much noise for me. Oh yeah, see there, that's definitely taking damage. Maybe I just wasn't hitting him. I don't know. There's a heart from somebody. From that guy dying right there, huh? Sweet. So in theory, these guys should just continually spawn. I don't know if there's a limit on how many. Yeah, see, there's a couple more. Just want to make sure I'm getting this dragon heart. Give me that. Yeah. Cool. So let me kill one more just to make sure. I'm pretty sure these are all going to give me dragon hearts. So, wow, he went down quick. I must have been beating him up already. There's a heart from him. Awesome. So there we go. Now I can farm these guys. Gonna, you know, definitely not gonna make a bunch of videos of me just killing dragons, but I can farm up the dragon hearts that I need to make a boatload of that awakened draconium. Wicked, awesome. That's a cool deal. So definitely want to hang on to that dimension. We can probably delete that one. Okay. I thought I favorited this one last time. That's our dimlet world that has the structures to collect dimlet stuff, right? So real quick here, I just want to hop in here and just break that block, the matter receiver in there, just so it's not in my list anymore. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Why was I dying? I don't know why I was dying. Holy crap. I don't know what's up with... Oh, you know why? I know why. Because it was out of power. Right, so if you take these dimlet tabs out of here, you can see it's losing power. It shouldn't have been killing me that quick. Or, it still has power, so I don't know. That's crazy. So, let me heal up. And grab this guy out. This phase field generator. Should keep that from happening. I don't know how fast the power on that goes out, but it's only holding like 10 million. All I really want to do is just go in there and break that block. So as long as it gives me a few seconds, should be good to go. Dial this back up. Now that I'm prepared for craziness. Okay, get me out of there. I have no idea why I was dying like that, but whatever. Don't care anymore. It's gone. That's all I wanted. um, oh, I do know why now. So wherever, I don't know what I even did with that dimension tablet. It probably doesn't even exist anymore because I overwrote it, right? So anyway, sweet. Um, cool. So that's my dragon one. I definitely want to hang on to that. Um, there is another item. It's called a monitor, I believe. Dimension monitor. I don't know if it's this. There's a type of block. When I was looking at how this mod works, basically what you can do is you stick it in the inside the dimension, and what it does is it monitors for like player activity, and if it doesn't notice any after a few seconds, it stops supplying the power. So if you take it out, it doesn't start to lose power. But that's all right. Not like we're hurting for power anyway. Let me go ahead and pull this out. We'll save this over here, and I want to grab this one. Throw this in here somehow, like that. And kind of what I want to do, I want to kind of make one that's like always daytime. Um, is there a way to, I know there's a way to do it, but what am I going to need for that? Currently not craftable. Type sky. Always day? Alright, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's just go ahead and make this random. And see what we get. I just want to get something that's not too crazy inside that we can move these chickens to. And so what my idea is, so if I take some of these obsidian blocks, let me re-heal again. Get some of that. My idea is just to take and make like a portal here. That's probably plenty big. Let's get one more block out just to make sure they don't fall off the side or anything. Pop this guy in here. Break that out. Let's see what we ended up with here. This is 20. Okay, so this is that original ID too. That'll be perfect, actually, I believe. So if we, well, I might have screwed myself up with that because I've been to that dimension and I broke the block out to take it out of the list. And basically, I think the way it works then, now that I see this, is when you create a dimension, it automatically creates the matter receiver on the other end, but it doesn't recreate it. So that's something to keep in mind. So that's not going to work. Dang. Alright, so let's extract that. Let's see what kind of stuff we have in here. Small sun, normal night, small moon. I don't really care about any of that. I just want gold sky. That might be kind of cool. Movement speed 1. I don't need caves or anything. I was just kind of looking for something I could add to this. It wouldn't make it too crazy. Another rack. Oregon? Or regen. I don't even know what that means. Oak wood. Oh well, let's just go with, alright, well that works. I guess normal day. So let's just throw this in here. We'll call this chickens. Store. Let this guy create itself here, and then we'll take a hop in there and see if it looks habitable. see if it looks like a good place to move these chickens to, get them out of our hair. We don't have to listen to them clucking, all the popping when they poop eggs and stuff, all the stuff they leave laying around that we always end up picking up. Sky dimlet 1. Guess I should probably put that back in there so it stays powered up. Yeah. Sweet. Alright. let's see what we get. Fingers crossed. Whoosh. Okay, so seems to be pretty well void, which is fine. Sweet. So what I want to do, I assume I'm going to need probably some torches. Let me make a new waypoint here. I probably could get rid of this now. That was that dragon, right? I don't need that one there anymore because I don't think he respawns, so call that chickens commit. I'll just untick that so I know I can reuse it now. Let's head back home, grab some stuff to build with, make a little platform, kind of create what we've got going on there. So let me get some fences. Guess I'll use these blue ones since I have a ton of them. That can go in there, that can go in there. And I just use cobblestone, I guess. A couple of those. And do I have torches on me? I don't want mobs spawning around. I don't think they actually will mess with the chickens per se, but you know, I don't want to show up in there and then all of a sudden there's mobs everywhere attacking us and potentially breaking fences and letting the chickens out and all that nonsense. Don't want any of that. Sweet. So let's not do that because that's not what we want. Let's do this. Just kind of make actually I probably want it to be a little wider than this thing, huh? Doesn't need to be crazy big, but maybe something like this. Get my wand out. Get my magic wand out. Cool. Do one of these numbers on this. Boom, boom, boom. Sweet. And then let's put some fences up. I guess we'll just fence the whole thing. Just like that. Get my torches back out. Make sure we get this lit up pretty good. Alright. So that's cool. It looks like this thing might actually... Oh no, you know what it is? It's those glowstones. Those are the light source that's keeping this lit up right here. Uh-oh. But that's alright. Put those there. Go ahead and just put these here for whatever. The lulz, as they say. And what I want to do is just shift right click this guy right there. Go back home. I'll grab some seeds. Because them chickens love seeds. They love them seeds. It's like chicken crack. Awesome. So now if I pop this right here. Oop. Oh, you know what I got to do? I got to finish the portal. I didn't count on that. Do I still have my... Of course I don't. It's alright. I keep forgetting I have this thing now. Obsidian... And I don't have enough. Always difficult. Always got to be something to stop me doing what I want to does. And I'm one friggin' short. Alright, let me just make one of those real quick. And I guess I still have some fences, so that's good. Obsidian. I just need one of these. Give me one. Perfect. I don't think if I put fences around it should affect... There we go. I don't think it should affect the portal. I just want to make sure the chickens don't decide to get any ideas of getting away from here. That's not right. Don't do that. Pop that in. No. There we go. Perfect. So now if I do something like this, get my seeds out, they're all going to want to be like, oh, give me the seeds, dude. Eventually, once they get enough space to actually move around, they should start. There we go. There we go. And look at them go. They are out of here. See you later. Awesome. So then I can grab this. Jump in here. Oh yeah. Chicken explosion. Awesome. So now if I just kind of move, chickens, get out of the way. Move. There we go. Pop that down, put this back on here. Now I'm not sure, there is a way, I must be on a team. So there's a way in built into the, I don't know if it's specific to the mod pack, if there's a mod that adds this, or if this is part of 1.10. It might be part of the team system. But if I just make a team here and claim this chunk, okay, so shift right click. If you shift right click on a claim chunk, it keeps it chunk loaded. You can see in the bottom right, you can claim, well, you can claim up to 1,000 chunks, but you can set 64 chunks to be chunk loaded. So that should keep the chest chunk loaded. So when I go back to this dimension, it should still send the items back to this chest here. So if I just sit here and keep an eye on this thing for a minute, we should see, and actually just to make sure that it's not just running through the system faster than it shows it on the GUI there. Take that. Oh yeah, there we go. Sweet. So we're getting uranium from another dimension. Interdimensional uranium. Sweet. Awesome. So now what I can do is I'm going to set up, instead of having it come all the way through into the chest and back out to the system and then into this thing and void it out, I'm just going to set up a similar kind of system, have it pumped from the ender chest. I might even change it from an ender chest, collecting, and run it through a filter that voids all that stuff out, and then pump it into the ender chest so that I'm only getting the uranium. I'm not getting chicken poop in this thing. It's not the whole problem, but it's definitely causing issues with this thing being full. And then I might even move this, and I don't know. I'm gonna definitely do something different with that, and I'm definitely gonna refine the system over in the chicken dimension. But that's cool. So now, as long as we keep this dimension powered up here, we'll just have chicken uranium coming out of from nowhere. So that's awesome. Sweet deal. Cool beans. So yeah, I think that's pretty good progress for today. I'm gonna probably go back after this and spend some time in that dragon dimension and kick me some dragon butts and get some of them hearts. But awesome. So I hope everybody's having a great day today, and we will catch you on the next time.